The visually impaired. They live among us, but we will never come close to understanding the challenges they face. Television footage filmed 3 years ago. A blind man is trying to get on a bus. A blind person is believed to experience the same levels of stress when boarding the public transport as the pilot of a passenger aircraft does when executing an emergency landing. And things would continue this way throughout the person's life. There is a solution: the Speaking City Information and Navigation System for the visually impaired and other people with limited mobility. The Smart Guide, a mobile user device, receives and relays radio messages from transmitters which are inaudible to others. This enables the user to obtain information about facilities on which transmitters are installed.
B3 to Olympic Park.
You may now cross Yarkova Street.
Svetlana Village. Registration.
By pressing a button, the user prompts the transmitter to send an audio signal, allowing the user to easily identify the right direction in which to move. The innovative Speaking City system provides people with impaired vision or limited mobility with access to all public transport and city facilities. Images of a host of objects, arranged as the petals of a flower, appear on the screen. Positioned centrally amidst these is the figure of a disabled individual. Public transport. On the screen, Sochi buses, equipped for the Paralympics, approach one bus stop after another. Among the people waiting at the bus stop is Gayane Tavakalyan, chairwoman of the Sochi Blind Persons Organization. Gayane receives messages about the bus she needs to take and presses the call button. The bus driver's console displays a notification that a person with impaired vision or in a wheelchair is about to board, thus ensuring extra safety for the person as they enter the vehicle. An audio signal sounds above the bus door, helping the user to safely find the door. Public transport stops. Footage from Sochi. Sergey Grin, a blind resident of Sochi, listens to a bus stop message, prompts a sound signal, and following it, approaches the bus stop. A bus stop radio transmitter appears on the screen. It gives out an audio signal. Sergey Grin, a blind resident of Sochi, speaking. Today, we use the Speaking City system in our everyday life. Today, for instance, I found my way to the bus stop using the Speaking City system. At the moment, the device is set to the stationary facilities mode. In this case, bus stops. When approaching a bus stop, the personal handset vibrates and announces which bus stop it is. An additional button, when briefly held down, reads out the timetable and routes serving the stop. So now I've heard which buses stop here. I can then switch the handset to mode 2, which will inform me of the buses pulling up to the bus stop in real time. Metro. Entrance to Ploshchad Alexandra Nevskого 1 metro station.
Request accepted.
An NTV news report from St. Petersburg appears on screen. You can press the button to send the signal again as many times as you like. We are continuing to move towards the turnstile.
Controller cabin.
The entrance to any fixed facilities, buildings, public facilities, railway stations and airports, healthcare and cultural institutions, sports facilities, etc. The entrance to an ophthalmology center in Tyumen appears on the screen.
Cultural and Rehabilitation Center stand.
A blind user follows a reference signal to the entrance. The user walks through the door. The interiors of any buildings.
Wardrobe. Wardrobe. Registration. Registration.
The radio transmitter above the reception desk emits a signal. The user collects his medical file at the reception.
First floor elevator. Request accepted.
A blind person follows a signal to the lift. The radio transmitter above the lift emits a signal.
202.
The user walks along the row of offices on the second floor.
Room
Following the message and the signal, the patient easily finds the right office and enters it. Traffic light-controlled pedestrian crossings. At intersections, the smart guide warns if the sound has been temporarily disabled. This is often the case during early morning and late night hours. The blind user approaches an intersection and listens to his smart guide.
Nisebrska Street, pedestrian crossing.
The traffic light sound is switched off. To switch it on, press the call button.
The blind user approaches an intersection and listens to his smart guide.
You may now cross Nisebrska Street.
In the event that the traffic lights are not operational, the smart guide will warn the user so that he can take extra care. Andy, a member of the Association of the Blind in Sochi.
This is a great invention. There has never been anything like that before. This is a very, very unique and useful invention that makes life of visually impaired people so much easier. And the best thing about it is that those guys are extremely responsive. They listen and they list all my wishes that I want them to employ in their next version of the unit. So I really want every one of visually impaired people in every part of the world to have this thing at hand and this system to be employed wherever possible.
In Sochi, extensive work has been carried out to create an accessible environment. The Speaking City system has made hospitality areas across Sochi accessible for people with various types of disability. We are ready and have already begun to overcome the inaccessibility of the urban environment. Let's make it accessible everywhere. Let's make it accessible everywhere.